Welcome into Turn Up the Volume, where volume stands for Voices of Ladies United, Motivated, and Empowered. We're putting things in drive this time. We have the creator and one of the hosts of the Car Queens podcast. That's Jamie Johnson, who I'm talking about. How are you doing?
Hello, Dorisha. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Honor to be here.
Yes, no, it's an honor to speak with you today. We're about to get into some car talk, some girl talk, all of that. So I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited to have you here. And I just want to go ahead with this intro. When we say Car Queens, give me 3 words that come to the podcast, to your mind right now.
Oh my gosh. We're all queens. We all have to have a car, right?
Hey.
And it's just all inclusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a girl, I got a car, so I'm a car queen.
You're a car queen.
Okay, love it. I've been officially put into the car
We're
queens.
all queens.
Yes. So break down that podcast a little bit for people that might just be getting introduced to car queens.
I get that question a lot, and it comes from, I've been in the car business with my husband for over 25 years. And when I went to work with him so we could spend more time together, honestly, I was one of the only females that I saw around in this business, honestly. And, he was such a promoter of female in business, females in this line of business specifically. I went through many, many years of kind of being one of the few women. And I looked around, I was like, we need more of us in this business. And as we have grown, you see a few more ladies in this business. However, I was a worker bee. My husband says I'm not a good delegator. I was so busy doing work and running the business. I finally came up and got air and said, we were hiring more females on our staff for sales. Our social media manager is a female. My office manager is a female. And we are predominantly female staffed at Drive Crescent. And it's always been my tucked away dream to start a podcast. They became very, popular, especially over COVID and all of that. So it was kind of my tucked away dream. And we had a staff member come on aboard with us in sales, Braden Howard, and she knew how to do all this. So she and I put our heads together and we created the Car Queens podcast. And my email address, this is crazy, has always been crescentcarqueen@gmail. It's just nuts. And I used to be, my brother came up with that name for me, and I used to be kind of embarrassed when people would say, what's your email address? And I'd tell them, people would look at me like, okay, who does she think she is? Car Queen, what's that? And so, 25, 30 years later, it's come to fruition, and I'm actually using Car Queen. And to me, it's empowering women. Pure and simple. We're lifting up women. We're talking a lot of car stuff. Julia and Braden, 2 of my salespeople on our sales force, they come together and talk myths about the car business, the good, bad, and the ugly, and where we come into it as women, where you can come into a place of business and not feel overwhelmed or talked down to. At Drive Crescent, we kind of just really want to open the doors and be hospitable and get back to brass tacks of just what customer service means. So when we started this the Car Queens podcast, that's what the girls talk about on Wednesdays. And on Friday, I have a Queen of the Week. And that's just a lady in business or a lady that's out there doing her thing. And believe it or not, we have some kings on there too. I've got guys on there. But I love talking to women. I just learn so much from women, and I think we can learn from each other. And when we formed this, we played with the logo and all of these things. At Drive Crescent, our logo is the crescent moon. And so I had to incorporate that. So if you notice, it has a little crown on top, but the crown's tilted a little because we're not perfect, but we are all queens. So we just want to lift each other up.
Let's show it while you talk about it a little bit.
Yes, it's so cute. It's got a little pink crown on top and it's tilted. But I just want to support women. There's so much out there non-supportive. So that's what we're here to do, is just support each other.
I love that. I love that, you created this platform, like you said, to uplift women. We still got some kings on there.
Absolutely.
Yes, and the conversation isn't just cars. I saw that you all, get deeper than that.
We do.
Yes.
We do. I didn't realize how the conversation would go. When you when you're having a conversation with someone or you're interviewing someone, you think you know what you're going to talk about, but sometimes it takes a turn and pivots and goes in a whole different direction. Yeah. We get spiritual. We get, we talk about kids. We talk about motherhood, family, careers. It goes in all directions. It really does.
Yes. So having this sort of outlet with Drive Crescent How have you seen sort of some differences with the people that have come in? Have they brought up, hey, we've seen Car Queens, or
Yes.
heard about you all through the podcast as
Yes.
well?
Well, we do commercials and we promote our females on our commercials. And I used to do them by myself, and now I have Braden and Julia by my side. I tell them they make me look younger, so I love that. And we get called out. Hey, I saw you guys on TV, or tell me more about the podcast. So it's really been a fun conversation piece, but it has turned into so much more. I really thought it would be. I thought I don't have time to do anything else, but this has just really stopped me in my tracks. At this age in my life, I started this business in my early 20s, and something just clicked. I was like, we're here for more. We're made for more. Us as women, we expect so much out of ourselves. And so I've kind of sat back and slowed down just a little bit just to hear other ladies' stories and men's stories. And I learn from everybody. I really do, Derecho. Someone my own age, someone younger than me, someone older than me. Everyone that sits in, we call it the driver's seat, I learn from.
That's really nice. That's really awesome that you can bring these people on and it not just be one-sided. You're learning, they're learning.
Oh, yes.
That is amazing. And so bringing people in on Car Queens, what would you say makes a car queen? What do you need to be a car queen? Other than a car.
We joke because, that's our little tagline, but like I just said before, we're all queens.
Yeah.
And I don't think we give ourselves enough credit. Mm-hmm. We're always comparing ourselves to other women. Social media is, the good and the bad. Yeah. And I think we just had New Year's with these resolutions. We put so much expectation on ourselves. Mm-hmm. And, we almost set up ourselves for failure. And I've learned, it's the small things that really are our victories. Yeah. Just having a moment, being present with your family at Christmas. We went away with our kids this year for Christmas, and I was so anxious. I'm like, I'm excited to go on a trip, but we always do Christmas at home, and I'm always the host. Mm-hmm. And letting go of that control and just being still and being present was so important. And as I sit across from you, what I've learned in my own podcast, and trust me, we started from no knowledge at all. We are winging it. But I've learned so much just stopping and really, truly listening to someone. They have a story to tell. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what they do, their walk of life, their age. Everyone's got a story to tell. They really do. They
really do. That is a word right there. Everybody has a story. I've, even being in the news industry, mm-hmm. just thinking back, that's always been something in my head. Everybody has a story. And, getting into this podcast here, was there an incident or a story that you can pinpoint that says, I'm starting this podcast for women to build more out of this male-dominated industry, if we're still calling it that, even though, again, women are taking over. But was there something like, okay, I have to do this now. I got to get the word out. I got to give us a platform.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Take me back to that time.
Julia, our sales manager, and myself, we went to Nashville this past year and went to a women in automotive conference. Oh. And we went really to learn more. I went to branch out and network a little better because I'm not good at that. Like I said, I'm a worker bee, so I'm behind my desk doing my job and trying to do all the things. And I wanted to step outside of my comfort zone. And we learned so much about mentorship, so much more than just being in the car business. I met very strong females in the career field that I'm in. But at the same time, I met mothers and friends and sisters that just had a common goal. And, it is a male-dominated field still. And this was not a male-bashing session by any means. It was a platform for us ladies to earn our space, earn our spot. And my husband has always been such an advocate for women in business, and he's always pushed me to do more. And I appreciate that because a lot of females that I met did not have that. They were up against the grain, fighting with a boss or fighting with a male in this business. Whereas I've been kind of he's held my hand and showed me this business from inside out. He's a great mentor in my life. But I realized, we all have mentors in our life and we need to be there for each other. And I learned so much. The most shocking thing that I learned, and this, I guess we would realize this as I realized it in myself. If a male applies for a job and he is somewhat qualified, he'll go for it. But if a female, applies for that same job and she may not have a couple of the qualities they're looking for, she 90% won't apply for that job. Mm-hmm. And that blows my mind. Why don't we feel like we have a space there? Why don't we feel like we can figure it out?
Still figure it out.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I see that as well. We try to go full head on,
Yes.
and if there's something that doesn't really line with us,
we may not go for it.
Yeah, when we're the ones that make something out of nothing, to be
Yes.
honest. So it's like, why don't you think you
can do it?
You can do it as well.
And you can lead that business. You can lead that company. Because we can.
Yeah, I like that. Now, getting a little bit on some car talk. Do you have any favorite cars? Did you come up in your favorite cars to the station today? What's your favorite
car?
car?
Benz today.
Okay.
It's just
That's still nice. Hey.
It's beautiful. I have a mommy mobile that I drive, and my husband changes it out when I put too many miles on it. And then I have a magenta pink Jeep Wrangler that I love. Her name's Jolene.
Oh my gosh, that is perfect. Oh,
yeah, it's fun.
Where did you think of that?
Oh
name?
my goodness. My kids have had Jeeps growing up. We all go to the Jeep shows and things like that. My daughter Kendall has a Jeep, and that's one of the things we can do is together, and it's just fun. There's that Jeep world out there. It's a big family.
I love it.
But I love all cars. I really do. Cars and trucks.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So have you been ducked?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ducked somebody else's Jeep?
Absolutely.
Oh, that is so fun. That's like the best thing. That makes me want to have a Jeep, just so I can be a part of the duck community.
Yes. We go to the Jeep shows in the mountains and at the beach, and it's a nice little community of people. Again, it's just empowerment.
Yes.
It's love. It's something positive. We have so much negative, and we just need more positive in our world. Yeah. We really do.
Yeah. Well, thank you for, creating a platform to even bring that forward. Hey, here's a positive session that you can listen to, maybe even come on to. So thank you for that as well.
Absolutely.
Yes. So going into the new year, we're here. You all started the podcast about a year. It hasn't reached a year just yet.
25 is when we started. We have not hit the 1 year mark yet.
Wow. So going in, what are we looking forward to as we head into 2026 with the podcast?
We are really looking for women that want to share their story. I met a lady in church. Our daughter is a singer. We have a 9-year-old daughter, Presley Jane, and she loves to sing. And she was singing in church, and we met a lady that has been on a sobriety challenge and lifestyle. She is a recovering addict, and to hear her story and to see her face and the beaming light around her, things like that, we want people to know where they can be. Or just hearing these stories. I know it uplifts me. It makes me want to be a better person. It makes me want to reach out to people. And just the smallest stories, a lady that just started her business. How empowering is that? How scary is that? I love hearing the backstory. What brought you to this point? Where do you see yourself going? And, and with the car part, we love just showing women, hey, you can come in here without your husband. We're going to help you. We're going to be very transparent. We're going to help you buy a car. Online, we ship cars all over the United States. We sell all over the United States. And I think part of that is just our transparency. So we want to share that with others and not, gatekeep and make things feel weird when you walk into a dealership. Oh, my goodness, what am I up for? That kind of thing. The stigma is real in the car business.
It definitely is. As a woman, you always feel like, I have to have a man with me, or I got to take my dad, or you have to take a man. But I love that you're just, you all are opening that. Like, we will make you feel safe. We have what you need. Just come and talk to us.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. And then just, for you've made your space and your lane in this field that we've called male dominated, and you've come out there as a woman and laid out car queens, and you've also just been a helping hand inside the inside Drive Crescent as well. So for other women, whether they're younger or older, what is some advice? Like, hey, you can still get into this field, just find your lane. What is some advice you can give to them?
Right. And there's so many avenues of this field.
Yes.
Advertising, sales, marketing, podcasts, so many avenues. We just brought our daughter in working with us, and she's feeling her way on what lane she wants to be in. I've got 2 top-notch sales females on my staff that would have never seen themselves in the car business. The stigma, it's just there. And they absolutely love their careers, and they're so good at it. Females are just, we have attention to detail. We're very particular the way we just the way we speak, the way we deliver things, the way we describe things is just different than the way men describe things. We have 2 male salespeople as well, so don't think that we're being, one-sided, because that's not it. We just want to show people that there's an easy way to come in and buy a vehicle. There's a relaxed way. We want you to come in. We want it to be a relaxed environment. So for females that may be thinking about getting into the car business, it's exciting. It's different every day. I go in and think my day's going to be X, Y, and Z, and it's ABC. I mean, you just never know. It takes a turn on a dime. It really does. But it's fun and it's exciting. It really is.
So what I'm hearing is, at these car dealerships, they need a woman. They need a woman there. Hey, you've got your men there, right, but you need a woman. We've got a certain way that we do things, like you said. So it wraps it all up. You have both sides of everything just to bring it all together.
And our females are educated. Some people walk in and they're like, she may not know what she's talking about. They know what they're talking about. Yeah. They're really educated on their product. They are.
I love that. And even for the women, you said that, they never saw this in their career field or in their hindsight, but there is something that they love. And even with you all, like you said, having so many lanes, like the marketing side, I know that's fun. I know that's definitely fun. Even with the podcast, that's a bit of marketing as well. So that is fun, just to find those different lanes and all of that. When I stumbled upon you all, and one of my coworkers shared you all with me as well, I thought it was fun because my mom, she used to be really into cars as well. I remember as a young girl going to different car shows with her. And again, like we spoke of, is very male dominated. So she would be one of the only females at this car show, and she would have back then she took her Charger with her, and it was orange. It wasn't many orange and not the color she had. It wasn't many orange Chargers. It wasn't a factory paint at this time. Right. So we would go to the car shows, and she would win them big.
Isn't that great?
First place, and it was just
she stood out.
She stood out, and she kept it clean and simple. Wasn't a lot of bells and whistles, but she kept it clean and simple. And I just remember back just thinking of the Car Queens podcast and everything. I'm like, my mom, she still enjoys them. We don't do car shows as much, but she has a room.
Still has that fire.
She does. She has a room full of trophies. And our thing, well, it really was her thing. She only does orange cars. So
really,
from the Charger to different other cars, only did orange. So once I got a car, I followed through. So if you see an orange car out there, it's mine.
I love that. I have a pink Challenger that matches my Jeep, so I totally get your mom.
That's so cute. So are you going with the pink trend?
Absolutely.
What else we have next coming pink?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I was surprised when they made the Wrangler in the exact same color as my Challenger.
That. I probably have seen your Wrangler around.
You probably have.
I probably have.
I've driven over here a few times.
Okay, yes, because it's not many pink ones here.
That's true.
And I've seen a few, maybe like 2, and it might be yours.
Maybe,
it might just be the same one. I love that. That is so fun. But yes,
I feel her, and it's nostalgic. Yes, and it's fun. It's something you can include your whole family with. We have families that just come on the lot to look. Yeah, and they come in and talk to our staff and hang out, and we just make it a good environment, something positive. You may not be buying a car right now. You may be in the market later. And just coming in and getting a feel for just how it can be different to buy a vehicle is fun. It really is.
Yeah, that is so fun. Just like you said, getting to know the cars, even if you're not looking to buy right then, getting to know
look
just
around,
more information.
Shop.
Yeah, shop.
Women know how to shop.
And then you're there to help, and you know the details as well as everybody else there. So that's fun to just get into over at Drive Crescent. So Car Queens. We're moving on, 2026, bringing in new people.
Yes.
Is there anything that stands out over the past year that you're like, I'm so glad this is one of the standout interviews or people or just anything, a new way of doing things that's happened over with Car Queens podcast?
Yes, absolutely. It's such a good question. We have hired pivotal people on our team that has really transformed what we do and have taken us to the next level. We've got our seasoned sales staff that have been there generation after generation and had their own dealerships and now work with us. And we have young people that have come on board that teach us to do things better than we did. You know, we're doing our interviews better, our reels and all of our social media. Emily runs all of our social media and our website. And, you know, just having, I don't want to say mixing the old and the new, but that's kind of what it is. You know, old school tendencies and rules still apply here because going back to the small things, greeting someone, following up with a phone call. But then you do have your new generation that wants to text and wants to, you know, send emails and things like that, which are great. So we kind of have a mixed bag of all of that. And we take pride in that because it makes our team top notch. We're trying to stay innovative with the podcast and you know, change with the punches, and you know, you have to change or you're going to die out.
Yeah.
Right? But it's really cool to see what worked 25, 35, 45 years ago still stands the test of time today. Just a handshake and what your word means and proving to your customer that you stand behind your product and you're transparent and you're backing them up 100%. That goes a long way today. It really does.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, hey, mixing the old and the new, I think is the best way to put it, because I feel like the old has a little more structure than the new. Okay, I'm the new. Yes, I feel like the old ways of doing things probably had more structure than the new, but it's a good way to intermix and bring it all in and all those new ways. And Jamie, okay, I know we have this mug here. I see something in here,
girl,
and I think I know what it is.
It's gonna change your life. Our VIPs get the Car Queens podcast lip gloss. And it's not just
excited.
Any lip gloss. When you open it,
can we do an unboxing?
Please.
Okay.
You do have to do an unboxing.
So I have Sweet Mystery.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's our signature color.
Ooh. Oh.
And you know why that's my color. That's the color of my jeans. Yeah, my color.
I'm gonna think. Oh. In the mirror?
Yes.
This is so cute.
Okay, one more surprise. Open it up. One more surprise.
Oh my gosh. Wait, y'all have to. Whoa!
Right?
Whoa! Okay. I've never seen
Game
this
changer.
Before. A light inside.
Yes. That's awesome.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Attention
Can I put
to
it
detail.
on? Can I try it on?
Please, please.
Hold on. Oh, the mirror. I have the mirror.
And it's got a little mirror saver, so you can take that little screen off. But yeah, it's a beautiful color.
Oh, so cute.
Yes. And you can do it light like that, or it's very pigmented. Yes. You can make it darker. I love that color.
Do a little liner with it.
Absolutely.
Jamie, this is it. I love this. So where can people, is this at, or
it's
this
not.
This
it's for my VIPs.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to cherish this. Thank
Please
you,
do.
Jamie. This
Absolutely.
is awesome. Yes. Well, I mean, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here and continue to talk with you. As we go ahead and wrap things up, is there something else you wanted to mention that we didn't speak on with the Car Queens podcast, just going ahead into the new year, or anything else in that nature?
Just live in the present. Just be here, be present. Stop trying to break all the molds and, you know, do all the things, because as women, we're expected to do so much. And I really appreciate the females that stop and take a moment and just really be present with what they're doing. It's the small things. It really is. It's the small things that's going to make us happy in the end. And it's all about family. It really is. And friends. And just live your life and don't try to keep up with the Joneses. Just enjoy every day. It's a blessing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And definitely just be in the moment, like you said. And before we get out of here, definitely let us know where people can hear and watch Car Queens podcast.
Yes, the Car Queens podcast is on Spotify and Apple podcast platforms. And you can check out our beautiful inventory at drivecrescent.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Jamie, for coming in.
Yes. It's an honor. It really is.
Yes. no, it's such an honor as well on this end, and we'll know you'll keep it going on the Car Queen side, bringing in women like we're doing here, bringing in women that have a story.
Yes.
Everybody has a story.
I want to hear your story, so you got to come and do
oh
my podcast.
My goodness. Okay, perfect. I'm definitely coming out there, okay? And we know you have some kings that come out there and give their knowledge, so
we do.
Yes, so thank you so much for just allowing people to tell their story and let others hear it and give them some advice.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless.
You.